Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Today I have another Foundation Friday video for you. I think this is actually the first Foundation Friday video I've ever done. The last foundation video I did was on a Saturday because I asked you guys on Twitter which one you wanted to see and you said you wanted to see my Sephora VIB sale haul on Friday. Anyways, I'm going to start trying to do foundation reviews on Fridays, not maybe every Friday, but I do have quite a few lined up. I have the Fenty Beauty foundation that I want to review, the Huda Beauty foundation I want to review, and then this one you guys have been requesting a lot, so this is what I'm going to be talking about today. This is the Ulta Beauty HG Soft Focus Liquid Foundation. Last week I reviewed the Too Faced Sweet Peach foundation. That was a fail, so I was happy today that I get to talk about one that I actually like and I am wearing today. I was actually wearing this one in the Too Faced video last week because I hated that one so much that I couldn't even wear it. Anyways, this is a natural finish foundation. It is paraben free and oil free. I will put the price here on the screen. And the shade that I have is Tan Warm. They describe it as a natural finish. They don't say what kind of coverage it's supposed to be. I personally would call it a light, pretty much a light coverage. Maybe light to medium, like light, medium. You know what I mean? I think light to medium is fair because it does cover up a lot of my imperfections, but it no way near covers up everything. And that's okay because I've been having really good skin lately. I don't mind that it's not covering up everything, and I can always go in and touch up with the concealer first and then put this foundation on. But what I love about it is that it is such a natural finish. It looks so natural on my skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing anything. It's almost like a skin tint rather than a foundation. Like, it doesn't have that foundation-y feel at all. And it doesn't say if it's supposed to be like matte or dewy finish either. When you first put it on, it looks dewy for maybe like 10 minutes or so, and that's the time to layer it if you want to layer it. I do usually do about 2 layers of this foundation, especially in here where I have stuff that I want to cover up. But even with 2 layers, it doesn't completely cover everything up. It layers decently if you layer it while it's still wet, but it's not going to cover up everything. So that's just something to note. I did use this in a Get Ready With Me tutorial, and I'll link that below, and I'll probably put clips in of that video in this video just so that you can see me applying this foundation again, because that's kind of helpful. I've tried this with the Beauty Blender and a brush. I prefer it with a brush. I feel like I have a little bit more control over the amount of coverage. I like to apply it on with like a paintbrush style brush and then a buffing brush, but I don't like to buff it out too much. If you buff it out too much, it's going to kind of disappear into the skin. So just kind of stamp it on. Same thing with a Beauty Blender. If you just stamp it on, I do feel like a Beauty Blender absorbs more of the product though, so that's why I prefer a brush, but either way will work. But again, you want to stamp it on to keep that natural finish and to keep as much coverage as possible. And then as it settles into the skin, it literally looks like skin. I'll get up close here so you can see my skin. And I do have powder and highlighter and blush on and everything like that. But like on my forehead, for example, I don't have a lot else. I just have some bronzer. I feel like it looks natural. I love how it looks. I'm so impressed with how this foundation looks. The only thing I don't like about this foundation is the shade. I don't feel like I have the perfect shade. This shade is a little bit reddish, even though it's called Tan Warm. I feel like it's a little bit too reddish for my skin tone, although I think it looks okay now. With everything else and with the lights and everything, it looks fine. Just when I first apply it, I feel like it's a little warm. I have to make sure to blend it down my neck, stuff like that. That's just the color though, that's just me. So I love the lasting power of this foundation. I have worn it for like 8 to 10 hours at least in a day, and it looks the same as it did from when I put it on by the end of the day. The only places it'll look different is maybe like around the mouth or on the nose if I blow my nose. Anywhere you rub your face is gonna rub off, but other than that, it looks the same from when I put it on. It's amazing. Also, this is an extremely comfortable foundation. As soon as it's on, it does not feel like I'm wearing foundation. It doesn't feel cakey or greasy or chunky or crusty or any of those things. It feels like maybe I have moisturizer on, you know? And then the only thing I can feel right now is that I powdered my face, but it doesn't even feel dry. It's not drying at all. I love that aspect of it. And then on the other end of that, it doesn't get oily at the end of the day. A lot of my foundations, I feel like I have to constantly be powdering, especially the full coverage ones, constantly be powdering them to keep the oils at bay, and I don't feel like I have to do that with this foundation at all. You just put it on, put it the way you want it, and you're good to go for the whole day. So the only downside besides the shade for me would be if you are looking for something that's more full coverage. Like I said, this is light to maybe light medium coverage. if you want full coverage or more coverage, this one might not work for you. But I'm not saying that this doesn't have any coverage. I probably hearing like, oh, it's light to medium, I'm not gonna like it. But I really like this foundation, so don't not try it just because of that. I just do want to warn you that it's not going to be full coverage. The packaging is awesome. I love the packaging. It's got a pump, which is fantastic, and it's really lightweight, really easy and compact for travel. And it has one of those airtight dispenser systems, kind of like my Arbonne foundation. This is almost exactly like the Arbonne foundation, packaging wise. And you can see that I've used this much of it because it's already starting to show the bottom of the packaging. So that means no air is getting into the foundation, which I think is awesome, which will prolong the life of it and make it easy for, as you're pumping it, you're not gonna, when you get to the bottom of it, you're not gonna have to scrape out, you know, the last of the foundation. It's gonna come right up to you. So that's really a huge plus. This product is made in the USA, and like I said, this is Ulta brand, so you can purchase this at Ulta Beauty or at the website. I will link below everything that I can find about this. If I can find it anywhere, I really hope I can, because I'm really glad that I tried this. I've been wanting to try Ulta foundations for a long time, so I'm glad that I finally tried this, because this is a hidden gem for sure. Alright guys, that is everything I have for you today. If I think of anything else, I'll leave it in the description box. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comment section. I love to answer your questions. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye!